Aussie.
Absolutely, and there's a good reason why I'm down on the yards having a bit of a party. The government actually is suggesting that we have a British Day. Well, what sums up being British? Is it Morris dancing and Yorkshire pudding and roast beef? Or perhaps, you know, the good carnival feel of the Caribbean? Well, that's the question that we're going to pose to three of our guests here. Good morning to you, gentlemen. Ian McCallum there, Rube Singh and Mohammed Shafiq. Gentlemen, first of all, Rube, I mean, what is Britishness? What is being British?
I just love the idea of British, you know, being the sort of centre of the world. It is the centre of the world, geographically. And I think all the world wants to be a part of Britain. And I just love being British. I love the freedom that you have here, you know, the multicultural mix. And it's just the wonderfulness of just being able to live your life as you choose. And that's British.
Well, Ian, what's your take on it?
I think Britishness is this inclusiveness that we just saw, and I think the idea that Britishness, as Roop said, can accept a lot of things. People have always come to Britain from all over the place. Britain probably right at the start of the dawn of history was empty, and people have just been arriving from all over the place. And what is nice is that we're on the cusp of being able to define a new nationalism, which says, yes, we can accept everything, we can accept everything and celebrate, as Roop said, celebrate differentness.
I mean, Mohammed, you're in the community a lot. I mean, what do people generally feel about Britishness? What would their example of being British is all about?
Typical values of tolerance, of respect, and the fact that the whole world is represented in this country. You know, if we go back to London 2012, why did we win London 2012? Because of the fact the whole world was represented in you know, the global capital, which is London. And I think most people out there in the community are patriotic about being British in their own little way. And we're not patriotic in the sense of wearing, you know, on our sleeves as much as our American cousins. Doesn't mean we're not as patriotic. We are as patriotic, but it's the traditional British thing to, you know, be very calm and relaxed about these issues.
Well, Rube, we seem to feel very conscious about flying the Union Jack. I mean, we have the Union flag here, but we don't really take it on board that much. We feel quite guilty if we ever fly this.
I think that's a little bit of our sort of British stiff upper lip coming in there. But because, you know, we come from different cultural backgrounds, I think we've got to bring those emotions and feelings into Britain and say, hey, we're British, we can fly the flag and there's nothing wrong with it. Now, going back, the Union Jack was hijacked by the National Front and various other parties, and it was also always associated with those parties. But I want to wear it. I want to be proud of it. I want to see it outside every building, outside every home. I want to see the British people being British. I love it.
Well, Ian, I mean, I can see you want to jump in there. Go on, go for it.
It is true that the flag has sometimes been hijacked, and I think what we need to do is make the flag a bit more friendly. So I would suggest having a flag like we have with a little smiley face at the corner, or perhaps a thumb up. So you say, look, you can't hijack that one because it's just a friendly, inclusive flag. Or perhaps, you know, a little, and I think Roop should wear his turban should be maybe.
I'm considering that as well.
Well, Mohammed, there's always this question about food, you know, that really, food a lot of the time identifies a nation. Now, what is Britain's favourite food?
If you go by the commentators, the chicken tikka masala is the most popular dish. But absolutely, you know, fish and chips, pizza, pasta, you know, a Mexican, Italian. I mean, that's the uniqueness of this country, you know. On any one day, you could go and have a number of different cultural foods in your local high street. And that's what Britishness is for us, that we have different cultures, we have different religions, yet when we need to come together as a nation, as a people, we can do that together.